What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Philosophony, the podcast where we have a good time answering life's big questions. Today's guest is Drew. How you doing, Drew?
I'm doing very well. Thank you. Glad to be here.
It's good to have you on. And today I asked Drew to bring her latest deep thought that she's been wrestling with.
Okay. All right. Wow, we really are just getting right into it. My latest deep thought, I mean, it's kind of not super general. It's more like to me,
hmm
I'm trying to find the balance in my life between being on at all times, like
hmm
having like feeling like I need to be on versus people not taking me seriously. I think that's kind of my biggest struggle at the moment. And I think a lot of people, even my friends when I talk to them about this, like they can relate. So I think yeah, that's my current deep thought.
I think that's a fucking fantastic thought.
Thank
And
you.
I think ideally you would never have to be like on. You would just be yourself.
hmm
But it doesn't seem to be the way it is.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah, not to hype you up, but obviously I've listened to the podcast before. And a big thing you talk about is like I forget how you word it, but you're like um if you're like not yourself, people are never going to really know you. So who are you? Like who are you really helping when you're not yourself? But then I'm like, am I being myself or am I like I don't even know. Like am I on? Is that just who I am or do I feel like I have to be doing that?
True, I'll take all the hype I can get. I need it. But and it's so true. It's like life's biggest conundrum. It's like all you have to do is be yourself, but it's so fucking hard.
Yeah. Yeah. How, can I ask you questions? Is that
Yes,
allowed?
encouraged.
Okay. Like I'm not very articulate. I think that's also something we could unpack, but like I don't know, how has it been doing this? Is it like does it feel normal? Does it feel natural? Or is it kind of like something you have to actively think about?
Once I get started, yes, but I'm like before I started, I'm still like fucking terrified.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. I'm a
And
big like, I get super nervous. Like I don't think about things and I'm like, "Oh, it's fine. I'm not worried." And then like a minute or two before, I'm like, "I'm going to throw up and die. Like I'm going to die. Drop dead." And then it starts I'm like, "Okay, this is like whatever. This is light work. I got it. Like it's fine." So like the minute or two leading up to things, I'm like, "No, like I'm going to die."
Yeah, that is
So,
exactly how it feels. And also, it ties back to like you think you have to perform, but
mhm.
ideally you don't. And one thing I've talked about before, it's like whether you're talking to like a person you're interested in or like trying to get a job, it's like theoretically you can say all the right things and get it. But then if you do get it, you have to keep saying all the right things to keep it,
Right.
which is fucking terrifying. And where
Yeah.
legitimately, if you like try to be the worst version of yourself
Yeah.
and you get something, then like you will never have to worry.
Right. No, you're so right. Because then you're performing for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, yeah,
And
that's
Kanye West said it.
oh,
He's
okay.
he's my favorite musician of all time. I do not agree with anything he said recently, but he said if you're always trying to say the right thing, then your whole life is a test. And when did you have the most anxiety in school?
Yeah,
On
test
test
day.
day.
No, it's so true. Fuck Kanye, but yeah, he's right. He got that one right. I'm a Taylor Swift fan, so
No, I here's the good thing about me. A lot of people like Kanye hate Taylor, but I
yeah,
do not hate Taylor. I know Taylor's talented. I
okay.
much prefer like You Belong With Me and Love Story.
Okay, a little country Taylor,
I
early Taylor?
don't I don't really understand the new Taylor, like the Taylor's versions. Actually, I heard why she did that and I
Yeah,
respect it.
yeah,
But her new music, I don't know. Like, I think there's a song with Bon Iver. That song,
yeah. Exile?
yeah,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
that
Yeah.
song's goated. But
Um,
maybe,
That's good though. A lot of people either like, I mean, I love her, people love her, or they're like hate her, fuck her. Like you can't deny that she's so like, even if you don't like her music, she's been so successful and it's for a reason. Like people, people are famous for a reason.
100%.
Good.
The
As long
other
as
the other day I played a song. I don't think it was like Wagon Wheel, but call it Wagon Wheel. But
Mhm.
exactly to your point, it's like this song didn't get a bazillion plays for no reason.
Right. Things are popular for a reason.
I know, it's like, "Oh, you're seriously playing this song? It's so overplayed." I'm like, "This song is overplayed because it's fucking amazing."
Exactly. No, exactly.
And people, like, hate on what's popular, but it's like, "Shut up. I hate you."
Yeah. Also, you probably secretly like it, even if
Yeah.
you're on it. Like, again, it's popular for a reason. Like, it has a billion listens.
Mhm.
Whatever. I hate that. All right. Segueing. What are your okay? This isn't a deep thought, but I think it actually is very important. What are
Let
your
it rip.
thoughts on like karaoke? Because
Karaoke, I fucking love karaoke.
I actually think karaoke is one of those things that really is like it shows your character. If you're willing to go up and look stupid and like look like an idiot, because nobody looks good or sounds good. And if you do, then you're trying too
Except
hard.
for me, but yeah.
I fucking love karaoke. I think that's a true test of character. If people are willing to like go and sing karaoke.
I agree, and I wish it was, like, at every bar every night.
Yeah, it's like niche. Like it's a niche thing. And it's always on like a Tuesday at
Mhm.
like 1 a.m. At least like the bars I go to.
I
Like,
know, the one near here, it's, like, Wednesday, I'm like, "I'm not going out on Wednesday
yeah.
anymore."
Yeah. Yeah. There was a time when I would, but
But
yeah.
it's always great because it's either, like, someone who it's like, "Jesus Christ, they're really good at singing,"
Yeah.
or it's like someone singing a great song, or it's like someone singing a weird ass song, and it's like,
Yeah.
let your freak flag fly.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That's another thing, I forget it doesn't even fucking matter, but I used to, like, kinda what we were saying, like, I would hate, like, corny people, I would hate, like, cringe. That's
Yeah.
that's what it
Yeah.
is. Like, cringe, if you boil it down, cringe what is cringe?
I
I
know.
mean, I
Everybody has
know it's like
different
the,
yeah, I know. It's kinda like I don't know. Like, I do consider myself kind of an embarrassing person, but, like, I just, like, see things and I'm like, "Oh my god," like, I just got secondhand embarrassment from that,
Mm.
like, "Oh, man," like, "I'd hate to be you right now." But then I'm like, they're just being themselves, like, I can't, like
I know.
I'm jealous, but also I would hate that.
It
Like
is such a weird balance because theoretically, it's like people who are cringe are like the best people. They're like not afraid to be themselves, but at the
yeah.
same time, it can be like, oh,
Yeah, like, I can't watch. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and I don't really understand it.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Drew,
Oh
what's your biggest fear?
my god, my biggest fear. Oh, my biggest fear, like well, can I give my joke one and then my serious one?
Absolutely.
Okay, my joke one, I something must have happened to me when I was, like, a kid because this one actually doesn't make any sense. I have, like, a, like, phobia, a fear of, like, old photos. Like, I find them
Ah.
disgusting. Like, I could, I even just talking about them, like, my skin is crawling. So that's, like, my joke one. My real one is okay, well, now it's, like it went from funny to, like, depressing, but probably just, like, settling in life. I just find it so like, scary and, like, uh,
Mhm.
I obviously I mean, nobody, that's pretty common. I feel like nobody wants to settle, obviously, but
Do you think it's necessary?
to settle? I don't. I absolutely don't think it's
Me
necessary.
neither.
Like, no, and that's funny that you say that because 'cause there's been a lot of things, especially on, like, TikTok for girls. It's like, "Oh my god, this is so weird." It was like marry the guy that loves you more even if you like there's a guy that out there that loved you more. I think that's horrible advice. I think it's
Disgusting.
encouraging people to settle, especially girls. Like, no, I don't agree. I don't think it's necessary at all.
And I
Absolutely.
think love something, at least for me, where it's like you're all in. There is no like loving you more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if
You
you
should never
think a guy loves you more, you probably don't love that guy.
exactly, like, you should never feel like, oh, he loves me more and it's obvious, like, it's so evident. Like, no, you should if you both are in love, I think that's silly to like compare.
This is a random thought, but in my last relationship, the girl once said to me, she was like, "Just so you know, like, if I were to like want to end it, I wouldn't do it like abruptly. I'd wait for like the next good guy." And I was like,
God.
I
Alright.
will never like
That's oh my god. That sounds like somebody that I mean, not trying to psychoanalyze her, but that she was scared of being alone. Like,
100%.
that's what yeah, I'm getting that's horrible. God.
And like, how can you expect me to just
Yeah.
like
Oh, thanks.
have my
Wait,
guard down after that? After
yeah.
that, it was like, all
Yeah.
right, I'm ready for war.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's horrible.
And scared to be alone is a funny thing because I've taken debatably too much time to heal from my
Mhm.
last relationship. And it's like, and I'm also feel like I'm waiting for the perfect person where I
Yeah,
don't think the perfect person exists.
I agree.
Well, and perfection itself is it doesn't either it exists
Yeah.
or it doesn't. That's
Yeah.
so profound. No. It's
Yeah.
like there's always gonna be things that you don't like about the other person. It's about like weighing the pros and the cons.
Right. Yeah. No, I totally agree. I do think that there's I mean, obviously, this is like a dumb statement. There's people better suited for you,
Mhm.
but, like, I don't know. It's so hard. Even, like, the last guy that I was, like, in love with, I like, on paper, he was the most perfect person in the entire world for me. Like, I was like, "Oh, this guy is, like, my soulmate." Like, I love him. And he, like, just he had one character flaw that was, like he was, like, a serial cheater. Like, he was like, that's
Uh,
never gonna, like
that's a big one.
yeah, it things like that, it's like, "Oh my god, you're perfect." Oh, but, like, I don't know. It's so interesting, I think.
Have you been in love multiple times?
I would say I've been in love once.
Fair.
How about you?
Once.
Yeah.
Still recovering.
Yeah, yeah, no, same.
It was chill though.
Cheers. Yeah, no, it was good while it lasted. Yeah.
I know.
Um, yeah.
What are your like deal breakers? Like serial cheater, I feel like is a pretty valid one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's like yeah. God, I hope that's a deal breaker for anybody. Um,
It's not though. At least in TV shows.
yeah. Yeah, seriously. I'm like, "Guys, get a grip." Um, my deal breakers. I don't know, I'm pretty chill. No, I'm just kidding. But, um, like, I don't know. Okay, this is such an easy question, and I can't answer it, like
I'll go first.
yeah, go ahead.
This sounds dumb,
Mm,
but like I want someone who I like really enjoy talking to because that's mostly what a relationship is.
yeah.
Like the reasons people get into a relationship is like looks, but it's like looks doesn't matter much when you're going out to dinner every fucking
Yeah.
weekend.
Oh, yeah. Like, somebody that's your best friend.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking for my best friend.
I think that's the most if you're not best friends I'm a big, like, friends to, like, lovers. Like, I think that's so important. I think to build, like, a foundation of friendship and trust is so important.
I'm so big on it too because there will be a caveat, but it's because, like, you're not infatuated with them when you first meet them, so you see them for who they really are before you
Yeah.
buy in, but also it's, like, normally when I feel like it's right, it's like,
Yeah.
it just happens, so it's not like we're gonna be friends first.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Have you I don't even know anyone I don't know if I know anyone that's successfully done the friends to lovers thing, but
'Cause
people
it's
say
it's so tricky. Either it works and you're successful, or you aren't friends and you never speak again.
you ruin your whole friend group and your whole
Yeah,
life.
yeah. So, maybe yeah, maybe it's not the best time to do it. Um,
But everything involves risk, and that's probably the main theme of this podcast.
yeah.
Like, I was terrified, you were nervous before the podcast,
Mhm.
but, like, if you don't ever do anything you're scared of, then you will do nothing,
Exactly.
and then you're a fucking loser.
Yeah. I had to, like, play music to hype myself up before this.
Bro, my friend My friend just showed me the song "Money in the Power" by Kid Ink, and I
Uh-huh.
was fucking like, before this, I was listening to, like, folk and, like, fucking
Yeah.
and
Like,
then I
no
was
song
like,
isn't gonna do it for
it's
this.
fucking go time, and I
Yeah.
played that, and it's, like, the most hype song of all time. I was like, "Okay, I can do this."
Yeah.
I
Oh,
might
that
have said this last episode, but it's like and I should look it up. But it's like when you see fear, it's either get ready for an acronym.
mhm.
Face everything and rise or the opposite. I forget the other thing. But it's cuz all that's literally what I was thinking about right before we started this
See
is like,
everything and run.
yes.
You literally just made that. I didn't even listen. I just made that up. I didn't
What
do that.
is it? What's
I
the
totally
F?
just made that up. Flee everything and run.
You're an animal. That's fucking awesome, dude. I think
Let's
that is it.
go.
And it determines your whole life because like right before this we were nervous but
Mhm,
also we had every right to like be excited, you know what I mean?
mhm. Yeah,
Like fear is just like what if this goes bad, but we
yeah.
could have been excited because what if this goes right?
Exactly. I think about so many things too that I've done that I was nervous or like terrified for. And even if they sucked, okay, it's a funny story, whatever, and it's over. I never have to think about it ever again. And if it was great, which most of the time it is, then
Mhm.
like there, I just faced it and I can do it again and I can do it easier this time. Like
And it feels so good facing your fear
it does.
because it's like you don't control me. And
Yeah, take that.
you feel like alive.
Yeah, I agree. What is the scariest thing you've ever done?
The shallow one, which is low key valid because it was scary as fuck. I did a backflip on skis.
Oh
That
my
was
god, I
terrifying.
would have been paralyzed for life.
Yeah. And I just watched a kid try a backflip. He over rotated and legit like landed on his neck.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I don't think I'm doing backflips anymore.
That's yeah.
I just
Maybe
I
don't.
just joined like a ski club here,
Uh-huh.
and people are like doing double backflips off rocks, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
I love to watch that, but like I'm not willing to die for this shit.
That's like, yeah, there's nothing in this world that I would ever do less than that. Like that's crazy.
It is. It's kind of unfathomable
Yeah.
how like and they don't get hurt, which is something.
Yeah, good.
But like, ugh.
I've been skiing twice and my legs like bent in ways that were not natural.
It I thank my parents for getting me into it when I was young because
Yeah.
it's like riding a bike for me.
Yeah. I'm super jealous of that.
And also, but caveat, someone in my this is kind of cringe.
Mhm.
Someone in my class was like doing a group presentation and they literally on the slide was like caveat a clock. And
Oh no.
all
I'm using that.
right, caveat a clock and I'm making it cringe. Now I kind of forget what I'm gonna say.
Sorry. Skis, backflips off skis.
Oh, dude, everyone likes to ski in Colorado, and it's
Yeah.
like a fucking $1,000 per season.
Oh my
And
god.
I like,
Yeah. Sorry.
and I did it. I bought it. I'm a very good.
Yeah.
This is a good segue.
Okay.
I'm a very good skier
Huh.
because my brother loves skiing and I love my brother.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
I like rap music because my brother liked rap music. Like until
How old's your brother?
he's 2.5 years older.
Oh, okay. I have a 2.5 years older brother too.
2.5.
Mhm.
Let's
And I
go.
have a younger brother. I'm middle.
How do you like? All right, I'll go first, and then we'll talk
Okay,
about
go
how
ahead.
the
Go
middle.
ahead.
I like until my brother left our house, I
Mhm.
was just like Colin Jr. Like I listened to the music he listened to. I skied because he skied. I like when you're a little sibling, like that's your hero.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
brother doesn't even believe me
Yeah.
because my parents are like, he looks up to you so much. My brother's like, no, he doesn't. I didn't even say anything because in my mind I was like,
Yeah.
how do you not know that you're my fucking hero?
Yeah. Oh, that's really sweet.
And
That's like
when I got to college, I was like, "What do I do? My brother's
Yeah.
not here. I have to be my own
What
person."
music do I like?
And it was real. It was like I don't know who I am,
Yeah.
but I'm someone who loves my brother. All right,
Yeah.
how does it feel being middle sibling?
It it's really funny that you, like, talk about it like that. I think the whole sibling dynamic is so interesting. So my older brother is Preston. He's 2.5 years older than me, and my younger Tim is 18 months. I'm 2 grades apart from both though.
Yeah.
Growing up, they could not have given less of a shit about me, like, if
Mhm.
like at all. They were best friends, which was I'm kind of okay with that now because that's what forced me to, like, make all my friends. And I do pride myself on having, like, very good friends. Like, I don't know, I love my friends. They're
Mhm.
amazing. But yeah, they did their own thing, whatever. They were like, go kick rocks. And then as soon as I went to college, my brother Preston, he was a junior when I was a freshman.
Mhm.
We became close because, like, like, he's out of the house. Like, I kind of
Mhm.
understand him more. And he went to Pitt, I went to Penn State, so we weren't it's not like I was seeing him a ton, but
Mhm.
still, like, we're both college age. And then my younger brother Tim, when I was a junior, he was a freshman, he went to Penn State. And, like, for
Mhm.
the first time in my life, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm actually friends with my brothers. Like, this is so cool. Like, it's so fun," which I had never had before. And yeah, I'm grateful. I think also my people are like, "How was being the middle child? What was that like?" I was the only girl. It's not like if I was a boy, it would have been different. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't get the whole, like, forgotten middle child. Like, no, I was a girl, so it was
Mhm.
different. But yeah,
You're the princess.
yeah, yeah,
I similar thing happened with my brother, and this is sort of funny. I every day, like, we'd finish school and come
Mhm.
home, and he'd ask me instead of like asking each other to go on the trampoline, we'd just be like tramp. And if I said yes, I'd go yamp, and if I said no, I'd say namp. But I'd always say yamp because he was my fucking
Oh,
hero. And
yeah,
we'd go on the trampoline, and we had like there was a basketball hoop on the trampoline,
uh-huh,
and every day we would play trampoline basketball, and like every day it would end in a fight. And we
yeah,
did it for like
yeah,
years, and we like never saw the pattern, and we just did it because it was. He'd like yell at me because I was bouncing too high, but if like,
yeah,
dude, I was like the little brother. How the fuck else am
yeah,
I gonna score?
yeah. He's like sending you to the moon.
But yeah, I think a lot of people like once the sibling leaves, then
Yeah,
you kinda like have the space. It's like, "Oh, I don't hate you. What's up?"
yeah. They're actually kind of cool. Like, I didn't know.
I
Yeah.
know, and people I I've had f I've had friends, but,
Mhm.
like, my hometown friends, it's almost like we're family,
Yeah.
and I don't know 'em.
Yeah. Okay.
I have friends here, and it's like we're friends, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. It's different. I mean, you've also been there for how long?
Less than 6 months.
Okay. So I think that's, fair, but I do understand what you mean.
And Matt Boyle, shout out Matt Boyle.
Yeah. Hey, Matt, if you're listening.
He was like I remember after our first semester, like, he went, the school, like, closed down because of COVID, and
Yeah.
Matt was kinda the only one who went home
Uh-huh.
because the rest of us, like, there was a form, it's like the I can't go home form, and I literally was like, "Bad Wi-Fi," and they were like, "You can stay." I was like, "Fuck yeah." And my whole like, everyone I knew, which at that time was not that many people,
Yeah.
did that. But Matt went home, and it was like, "Oh, see you later, Matt." And it was like
Yeah.
and by the end not even by the end of college, by the end of freshman year, it was
Mhm.
like, "I love you, and you're my brother."
Yeah. No, yeah. That's
We sat on our dorm room floor, and it's like, "Where are we gonna move after college?"
yeah.
And we
Oh,
settled on, like, Hawaii. Now we don't
yeah.
live in Hawaii.
You guys are young. You could be in Honolulu in a year. Who knows?
Yeah,
That's
1 year
crazy.
Honolulu, that's fun.
Yeah.
But that's so sad.
Yeah. No, it is sad. I know. Oh my god. If I think about college too much, I start to, like, not do well. I
I
just can't believe
was
that, like, what?
Go ahead.
I just can't fathom that, like, I went. I was so excited. I went and now it's done. And like I think it's different because I'm also like back at home. Like I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna live at home for probably like, I don't know, hopefully not much longer. But like and now I'm just back. Like I
Mhm.
can't believe I had a whole life. This is also not anything new. I'm sure every post grad has ever felt like this, but
No, but people don't talk about it.
yeah,
And I was like ready to graduate
yeah,
because like I don't know. I love my friends, but like we were going to the same bar every like multiple times a weekend.
yeah,
And, like where I went to college, it was just like a small town, and I loved it. I liked it
hmm,
because it's just like such a weird time. I was like, I don't know who
yeah,
I am. My big brother's not here, and then
yeah.
I was
Oh yeah.
just,
Where does
and
your brother
then
live? Or what does he do now? Like where is he?
dude, he's a paid fly fishing guide.
Oh my god.
And I was just talking about this with probably my best friend Oscar, one of
Hmm.
my best friends, and I was saying like the man who likes to walk will walk farther than the man who is walking somewhere. It's like my brother, like he eats, sleeps, and breathes fly fishing, and
That's so cool. That's so
that's
like such a niche
I know, but
thing.
dude, like we'll go to family dinners, and he's like, I caught this trout, and it's like he It's all it's he's obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But that's not a bad thing because if you have an obsession, like it's hard, it's scary, but I feel like you can absolutely make it if you like
Oh
follow the
yeah. If you're that passionate about something, no matter what it is, I think you're bound to be successful with it.
which is like every like that means you don't have to like do something you don't like, which is everything.
Yeah. No, that's the dream. That's literally the dream. Do you like
This
fly fishing?
podcast is kind of my dream.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I have so many like logistics questions that I don't know. I don't know if
Let
they're
him rip. We'll make him funny.
well, yeah. Um, so like what do you how do you like get make a podcast? Like do you just search
Dude, it
like
was
I'm like talking from the ground up. What was the first thing you did?
dude, if you listen to the first episode, I literally recorded it on voice memos in Matt
Yeah,
Boyle's
wait, yeah.
basement.
I'm
And
in
I
my
was like,
Boyle's basement.
we're just gonna figure it out. And
Yeah,
that I love that fucking mentality because
yeah,
look at us now.
yeah. Here you are.
And dude, it was so fucking easy. I literally made the voice memo and then I probably just Googled. I was like, how do I make
Yeah.
it? But it probably took me less than 5 minutes to get it on Spotify if you have a
Wow.
Spotify account.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Spotify or Apple Music.
Oh, Spotify. I'm not yeah, come on.
I should have known.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Any other logistic number two?
Okay, logistic number 2. This isn't important, but I'm I'm kind of just curious.
Nothing's important.
Have you do you make any money from it?
No, not yet. I probably could.
When it blows up, you'll get
Yeah,
sponsorships.
inevitably when it
Yeah.
blows up.
I was traveling last week for work and
Uh-huh.
I downloaded 2 things. I downloaded Caller Daddy and then your most recent.
Yes! I'm on par with Call Her Daddy. I don't
Yeah,
care. Fuck you, Alex
and
Cooper.
Alex Cooper occupying the top spot.
Alex Cooper and Wes Macmillan.
Yeah. Very
But dude, like I don't even know like why I have like the balls to do something like this. It's just kind of like my fuck it factor is like so
yeah,
low because like I'm like I have anxiety. It's like I'm scared to do like a lot of things, but I'm very good at ripping the band-aid off.
yeah. That's impressive. That's something I wish I had.
Cause
Like,
I was in my Matt Boyle, my one of my best friends from college basement, hungover, and I
uh-huh.
literally like I was like, "Am I about to do this?" And I was literally just like staring at the red button, and I was like, "I am not gonna let this red button win." And I just like, and I
Leave the
started,
red button. No, that's awesome.
and this is probably the corniest quote I've ever heard, but it's
Mhm.
like, "Share your light with the world."
No, you
Ah!
okay, ouch, but like yeah,
But
that
it's
one
true.
hurts, but yeah, it's right, it's true.
And no one does.
Yeah,
People just like let the world water them down.
I know.
And
I
then It makes me so sad.
I know. My friends and I talk a lot about like how we're different people at work, at home, with each other. But like I think about my friends and like their peak and like wait, I kind of don't know where I was going with this.
You have a good conversations with your friends.
Yeah.
It's and at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's like you have your work. You could call it a mask. You could call it like your work
Mhm.
personality. But if you call it your work personality, then you're fucking lying.
Yeah.
It's like a mask.
No, it is. Oh my god.
And like philosophers back in like England, it's like you're always wearing a mask,
Hmm.
which is interesting. Like even maybe not when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
don't.
hate being by myself. It's
Me
scary.
too. I'm bored. I'm like I don't know what I'm doing. I start thinking too much.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
good with silence. Like I've never been good with silence. I always say I've never had an uncomfortable or a comfortable silence. Like that's just not part
yeah.
of my like that's not no. It's either
We have
uncomfortable
to
or it's not silent.
we have to work on that
Yeah.
because
No, I know. That's not good. I know that's not a good thing.
no, but I am 100% in the same boat. There
Yeah.
is nothing I hate more than like awkwardness. It
Oh my
makes me want to
I
pass.
don't yeah, it's just so hard. Like even I'd like I'll just start like I'm a big like hummer or like you know, and my friends are like shut the fuck up. Like you don't need to be like making noise and humming. I'm like I literally can't sit in a silence. Like it makes me so uncomfortable. I just can't
Mhm.
do it. Which is that's on me. Like it has everything to do with me and nothing to do with the person I'm with. But like I just can't do it.
And I meditate, which is like sitting alone with your thoughts.
Hmm.
And I love that because I don't know, I've been doing it for a long time and it does something good for me. But
Yeah.
if I'm like not meditating and I'm alone, it's like like my
Yeah.
brain's a mean guy.
Yeah.
Like I'll
Yeah.
be watching the show and it's like, you're seriously not going out? It's like, bro, I'm trying to watch the show.
Leave me alone. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That's so fair. How long have you been meditating?
I actually just kind of stopped, but I made it a whole year every day,
Wow.
which
Why'd you
is
stop? Was it just life got busy or like wasn't working?
I'd probably say what it really is like there's so many, and this is like I don't know, this is what it is. There's like so many different like ways you can do it that I just like I'd be meditating and I'd be like, I should be doing it the other way.
Yeah.
Which is like it's so easy and like anyone who knows anything about meditating would be like, watch that thought and let it disappear.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't know, I didn't get it past it.
I
And
think that's yeah.
I like I went skiing last weekend and I didn't have any like I didn't even really have like a bed. So there was
Mhm,
like no alone time. So
mhm.
like when we were like driving to the mountain, it was like a 30-minute drive. I was like, all right, I'm gonna pretend like I'm sleeping and meditate.
Yeah.
And one other time I just like laid on someone's bed and meditated.
Yeah.
They were literally like one of the kids was like putting chips on me while I was meditating. I was like, I'm just gonna fucking
Go
roll.
for it. Let
That
them
is all you can do in life. Life is
yeah.
like a wave, and you can
Yeah.
either like ride it, and sometimes you'll fall off, but you can like ride it again, or
Yeah.
you can get fucking trampled by the waves.
Yeah.
Because I was literally meditating because like I needed like some fucking zen, and
Yeah.
someone was fucking putting chips on me.
Yeah.
And I there was 2 directions. I coulda, like and no part of me was gonna freak out.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of, like, the progress I've made with just, like, the it is what it is.
Yeah. No, that's so important. I think if you can also just like laugh at certain things,
Yeah,
it changes so much. Not even laugh, but like let it roll off your back. It changes so much.
yeah, and 2 ways we could go here. One, we're just gonna go this way. I took a philosophy class, and one of the people were I don't know anything. Like, I
Mhm.
don't remember any names. I just, like,
Yeah, just
I just, like,
give a gist.
paraphrased the idea. But they were like, "Life is absurd," and, like, you can either get mad or you can laugh at it, and I have always laughed at it, and I think I don't
Yeah.
know what I'd do if I got. and it's obviously sometimes I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, yeah,
Like in general, when something's just, and maybe, yeah, maybe I don't do this every time, but every time I do it, it's just like amazing because you just like let it go.
yeah,
Like something could make you so incredibly mad for like a week or more, or it's nothing.
yeah, yeah. I also think about times where I've seen, like, I don't even know, two people having an argument, or one person does something and the other person reacts and they're so mad and so angry, and everybody else in the room is like, oh my god, that's so awkward, like that, like it's so uncomfortable. And like, I understand sometimes it's justified, sometimes you're just mad, and I think you're allowed to be mad. That's not my point, but
Yeah, you're
most,
allowed to be mad, but I
most of
had
the
a similar scenario a couple months ago, and it's like, are you
time.
a child?
Yeah, I'm
Like
like, oh my god, I look like it's like daycare. I'm watching like two toddlers.
I
Yeah.
didn't I like I couldn't believe what was happening. Like someone was so like in their feelings, and I was like, brother, not
Yeah.
that deep.
Ooh, it's never that deep. Seriously.
Something that's interesting is that if you, and this is, my therapist was literally like, you should cut the philosophy shit out. It is not helping you. But I'm not stopping the
No,
podcast.
don't. Yeah.
I'll let it be what it is.
What do they know?
Fuck 'em. But he was like, cut it out. And I was like, no. But no. I am listening to him, but I'm absolutely not stopping the podcast. The
Yeah.
podcast is like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And but his point was one which I really has been sticking with me and I love it. It's like fuck hypotheticals. It's like because I can get so deep into it where it's like I would sound like a pretentious douchebag.
Hmm.
Like my family only matters to me because they're my family. Like if I was you, they
Yeah.
wouldn't. I'm like, well, you are you.
Yeah.
That's what he said to me, and for some reason, I was like, "You're so right."
You're so
Like
right.
I've been acting like a fucking
Yeah.
idiot. Where do you get with hypotheticals? Nothing.
Exactly.
And also, like I don't really know why I like the philosophy stuff so much, but I'm sure it's like because it helps me.
Hmm.
And I was getting to the point where it's like I don't even care if it helps me. I just want to know the truth.
Yeah.
But the truth, and fuck it. I got to the truth, and the truth is that we're the universe experiencing itself. The truth is that thoughts are the cause of all suffering. So it's like you're not gonna think your way out of this one, bud.
Yeah. There's no way.
Which is so unfathomable,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
My head hurts. I know. It literally is. I know.
That's
I
my mantra.
Yeah.
You know that video where it's like the guy going, "It is what it is."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my mantra. I
Yeah.
love
It's
that
a good
guy.
one.
Do you have a mantra?
My mantra. Wait, I kind of have some like written down. Hold on.
Fuck yeah.
I'm a big notes app girl.
Dude, I live in my notes app.
I love notes app. Oh my
One
god.
time, this is a caveat o'clock while you're searching. One time people were like, I bet I have more alarms than you. And I was like, buddy. And we went and they scrolled for like 1 second and they were done. I'm not kidding. I had an alarm for every fucking minute
Oh
of
my
the day.
god. Yeah, that's insane.
I'm just like, I'm like, I need my phone or I like
Oh my god. Yeah,
some
that's
people like have a phone. Me is like,
is
I
me.
couldn't get by in this world without it. I need my notes app bad. I need my alarms bad. I need my reminders bad.
Oh my god.
Caveat o'clock part two. My the
I'm
way
using that. I'm literally using that.
the way my dad uses Siri is so fucking funny.
No, stop. Parents with like my dad's a big like flashlight in the restaurant guy and like voice texter. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I'll text it for you, bro. Like, you don't need to do that.
I know he's like, text brother. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
who are you?
Yeah. It also takes longer, I swear to God, to voice text it than to just send, like, search it yourself.
And I'll look at him. He's like, what? I'm like, bro, you.
I'm jealous of, like, the, like, lack of shame. I feel like that the older
Yes,
generations have. Like, I am jealous.
absolutely.
Like, if I were to do that, like, if I was just standing in a store and I was like, text, like, I would be like, text, like, da, da, da. I could not be like, text, like, West. Like, I could never do that. Like, I'd be, oh my God. So I'm
I'd
jealous.
throw up. I throw up on my phone. But
Yeah, no.
I also 100% envy just like the. How do you feel about growing up with technology?
I will say, I think we were kind of in a solid sweet spot where it was before the time of, like iPad kids and all that. So at least for me, like, I don't know. I didn't have a ton of technology. And like I look back, we have like our home videos that were on like our VCR or whatever. And then I got an iPod shuffle, like the little like one by one, like
We
piece of dirt.
I spent a lot of one, grass is always greener.
Mhm.
Two, maybe I'll explain this one later, maybe I won't. No matter where you go, there you are. Three, like we kind of grew up in the dopest age of technology. Like we had the iPod Shuffle, we had the fucking like slide
Yeah.
phones.
Yeah.
Like,
My
we had
first phone was
perfect like,
the
evolution.
Yeah, and it was
Like,
not where it, like, mess with us yet. Like, the kids now, I'm like, "Oh my god, thank fucking
it
god."
I think it messes with us a lot. Like
Yeah,
compared to like adults, I think so. But yeah, the generation now, if you're listening, you are fucked.
yeah. Good fucking riddance.
Like I and maybe they'll be alright, but they probably won't. Because they literally can't even watch movies because they're like,
Oh,
"Why would I watch a movie when I could go on YouTube
yeah,
Short?"
I scroll on YouTube Kids, but they have, like, foam coming out of their mouth, like, yeah.
And if they're not wrong, but, like,
I feel bad for them, honestly.
if I was babysitting a kid and he was like, "Why would I watch a movie? I have YouTube Shorts."
Yeah,
I'd pick up that kid
football.
and I'd throw him in a river.
Even, like I don't know if you're big on TikTok, but I love TikTok.
I
Um,
am so fucking back and forth, like, I
it
delete it, and then I'm like, "Why did
yeah,
I delete this? This is the best
yeah.
thing
So
ever."
I deleted it when, like, the ban happened. Like, I, like, fully deleted it, and I was distraught. Like, I was, like, sick, which was probably that should have been a wake-up call. But,
You don't think we're cooked?
like, um, what's it called though? But even, like, on TikTok, it's, like, 5th grade girls, and they're like, "Get ready with me for first day of 5th grade." And they are, like, they have a million products of makeup on. I'm like, "Oh my god, in 5th grade, I literally looked like a fucking, like, thumb on the street." Like, it was
And
like,
you
it's
don't regret it, it was awesome.
no, it was the best thing ever. I'm so glad, like, I had that. I think it would be so
Yeah, my middle school, it's like we wore so much, like, neon and vineyard vines,
Mhm.
and, like, I literally would wear, like, neon socks and Sperry's, and people were like
Yeah, like, it was cool. Like, that was so cool.
and I miss that. You know what else I miss that I never actually experienced because the grass is always greener? Like, people used to have, like, debates, but now it's just like, Google it, debate over.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of room for, like, open thought.
No, and if you're a 5th grade girl doing "Get Ready with Me," like,
No,
you
it's
should
scary.
text me and I'll throw you in a river because that's actually something I've talked about on the pod.
Mhm.
I'm every time I say, like, pod, it's like,
The pod.
"Oh, you have a
Oh
podcast?"
my
It's like,
You you've earned the right to say that.
I'm so deeply ashamed and embarrassed of it, but it's like and it's kinda what we were talking about before, it's like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Like, say you get thrown in a river, it's do or die, you have no choice but to swim, and
yeah.
that YouTube short little fuck is probably gonna get to the side of the river and be like, "I'm alive! I'm more than just a YouTube short watcher."
Oh my god. He needs that. I know he's out there somewhere.
I'm
He's probably listening to this right now.
gonna start looking for kids. That sounds so bad.
Can that be the title of this?
All right, so we're that'll absolutely. I feel like I wish like you could just make jokes, and you sort of can. But I'm sort like if this podcast doesn't blow up,
Yeah, no, yeah, then you're fucked.
yeah, then I'm so cooked. All right, but we'll go back to the other quote. No matter where you go, there you are, and I think that's
Love
very
that.
true.
Mhm.
Like so many people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna transfer, and everything's gonna be perfect." No, it's not.
Mm, yeah, probably not.
And like I like where I'll say it. I'll say it. Where you live does not, I mean, it's different, but it doesn't matter that much. It's like no matter where you go, there you are. Like it's mostly you.
Yeah, it's you. It's the way that you interact with people and the way that you build relationships. I think the way you are at one school versus another, or even one city versus another, is like that's just
Mhm.
you. If you can't make friends in Philadelphia, you're there's what are the chances you're going to make friends in Boston? Like, I don't know.
I love how much Matt and probably you love Philadelphia.
Actually, funny. I love Philly. I love it. I think this is where I want to end up. I know for a fact I'm like big on Boston. That's where I want to go for
Love
like
Boston.
at least
But
like
I'm in the same boat, but keep going.
no, that's pretty much it. I love Philly. I want to come back here. I do just think it's like you have Philly, which the city itself is amazing. You have New York, which is 2 hours away, the
Yeah.
Jersey Shore. You have DC, which is, less than 3 hours. I just think it's perfect geographically. But yeah, go on. Go ahead.
I I really when I was growing up, and I did grow up in kind of like a it was too sheltered. It was too
Mhm,
bubble. Like we had one minority at our high school, and
mhm.
he left.
Okay.
And and it was like you couldn't even have parties because like the parents were so fucking overprotective
Yeah,
helicopter fucks.
yeah,
And I hated being in bubble, and that's why I was like my parents were like, "Where do you wanna go to college?" I was like, Away, far away."
yeah.
'Cause I 'cause I
Totally.
just I needed to get out of the bubble, and I'm very
Yeah,
glad I did.
yeah.
And I met great people in college, and then when college was over, I was like, "I'm gonna do it again."
Yeah.
And I've learned I get maybe if people find this interesting, Boston, and maybe I'm wrong, but Boston, like, fuck it, I'll just say it, no one believes in God. Not no one.
Well, and
That's at least that's what it feels like. That's probably the truth.
I
I
mean,
then
based on yeah,
if you do believe in it, you absolutely do not talk about it. Is that's
yeah,
what I'll say.
that's
And then I
interesting.
went to Virginia and I talked to this kid. He's like, "I'm going to church on Sunday because it like really like it helps me like center myself." And I was like, "Where's the joke?"
Yeah.
I was like, "That wasn't funny." But that was so real. And
Yeah.
it's and I like Boston is and I didn't even know I know this until until I until I moved to Denver. But like Irish run fucking Boston. And
Oh,
maybe you could understand. Like, I don't know how I didn't know that because I'm just Irish,
uh-huh.
but oh man. I was like, I didn't like I knew I was Irish, but like I was like Irish people don't really have culture. And then I left and I was like, who the fuck are you guys?
Yeah.
Like why you're like this is really funny. I went skiing last weekend and like I said, it was I didn't have any alone time, which doesn't really matter in this case, but I I we were it was like 45 kids in this giant house and it was cool.
Mhm,
But we were just starting to like party, drink, I don't know. And
mhm,
we were like we were starting to play this game and this one kid, it was like this one kid was like, "Oh, am I playing?" And someone else was like, "No, we have enough people." And he was like, "Okay, I'll sit over here." I was like, "Yeah, do it quietly." And then it's just like, and I was like, "Where I'm from, that would have killed."
Joke.
Instead,
That's
I'm being punished.
funny.
But and it's like, I'm not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah. No, it's like crazy how like geography comes into play. So one of my best friends, I think you met her, Allie.
I think so.
She was
Brown
yeah.
hair?
She was
Uh-huh.
my roommate. And like she's from LA. Um
Oh my god.
and like even she's like one of the funniest people I've ever met. And like her humor is very much like mine, but she's like, "Oh my god, if I were to say this back home, like they would like shoot me." Like
Dude, our
it's
culture is so much better. Like,
they're so
can
like half of
cancel me. Fuck
the
you.
listen, worth it. For the laughs I get to hear, it's worth it.
Yeah, and laughing
Oh my god.
laughing is my favorite thing on the planet.
It's literally the best. I will go, like, I'll text my friends during, like, we'll all be texting during the workday, and then we'll, like, meet up later that night, like, for whatever. Like, we've been watching The Bachelor together, and we're like, "Oh my god, like, I forgot what it felt like to laugh." Like, I miss this feeling.
It's like you're either pretending to be something you're not or you're laughing.
Exactly. Like,
Laughing
laughing
is
is
so much
so
better. And our dude, East Coast culture is so much fucking better.
oh my god, it's the best.
Because there's this one kid from I know people who live in California. They're like everyone's nice to your face, but they're basically like they're fake. You don't even really know them.
Yeah.
Like, get me away from
Yeah.
that.
It's like the East Coast is like they're kind, but they're not nice, and then
Yes,
the West Coast is like they're nice, but they're not kind.
I wish the East Coast could take over the geography of the West Coast.
The East Coast is
Like,
the fucking best. Like, literally, I I would never live West Coast. I respect it, I get it, but, like, I love the East Coast. I think it's such a specific kind of person too, to be on the East Coast.
and I moved here. I'm not. The nature is incredible. I
Mhm.
really want the East Coast to like start a civil war with the West
Yeah.
Coast,
Just
so
get
we
their
can just
land.
take their land. Because
Yeah.
California, oh my god, like
It
it
is
can be
beautiful.
73 degrees every day, and the geography is fucking. But that grass is always greener.
Yeah. I
But dude, like the mountains in Colorado are fucking amazing. It's like you go on a hike in Boston, it's like you're walking over leaves.
yeah.
You go on a hike in Colorado, it's like you're gonna climb a fucking mountain
Yeah.
and like it's gonna be breathtaking.
Yeah.
Cringe.
That's no, but yeah, how often how many times per week do you listen to Rocky Mountain High?
At least 11.
I
Dude,
that was my alarm in the morning. That would
you wanna
literally be my alarm.
you wanna hear something fucked?
Yeah.
I and it baffles my mind. And I don't it's probably not the problem with the West Coast, but I'll just say it's the problem with the West Coast.
Yeah.
We have a hockey team and it's like one of the best in the nation. And at the hockey games, they fucking play like Take Me Home, Country Road, Take Me Home. I don't know how this is the first time I forgot the melody.
Yeah.
Take me home, country road. But then they
Wait,
say,
no.
like, instead of West Virginia, they say Colorado. And it's kind of awesome. But you idiots, John Denver, the same guy who sings that song, wrote Rocky Mountain High for us, and you're not listening to
Wait,
it.
that's what I meant. Oh my god, that's what I meant.
Exactly. Like, he
So
made
bad.
us a song, and we're not using it.
Okay, wait, I understand them because I just messed that up too.
It's repulsive. Like, and it's a great song.
Yeah, fuck, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Rocky Mountain High, like that's probably the coolest 3 words I've heard in my life.
Yeah,
And
back oh my
you're
god.
singing country roads?
Yeah,
Like
that's okay. I get it. I get it on their part. It was a mix up. Take it to corporate. 'Cause, like,
it is kind of cool, but like how how did you mess that one up?
yeah, that's like okay, they could have fixed that by now.
I I might write a letter. for the
Oh,
first time in my life. I'd be
local
like
boy gets song changed at a hockey game.
I'd be like, "Dear whom it may concern, John Denver has another song." And it's the other song's probably better, but Rocky Mountain High is damn good.
No, no, Rocky Mountain High is better. It's better.
I'll say it's better.
I think it's better. I'm so upset I messed that up. I love John Denver
What did
too.
you mess up? What are you talking
Didn't
about?
I say Country Roads? Did
I
I
don't
say
think
Rocky
no,
Mountain High?
you said
Oh,
Rocky Mountain High.
never mind. Okay, well now I'm double embarrassed. Okay, never mind then.
You messed it up by thinking you messed it up, which is
Okay,
probably so true for so many
yeah,
parts of life.
this was a teaching moment.
But Philly culture,
It's different. It's have you been to Philly?
and you want caviar o'clock. I steak and cheese, like, what's better than that? And 2, sort of, but not really. I've stayed at Matt's house, but I haven't even really, like, seen Philly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're suburbs of Philly, but it's so different.
And
Philly, I mean, it's different.
the Philly, like, celebrities, they're all like
There's a million of them.
Bradley Cooper.
He's
I don't think I'm gay, but oh my
he could he
god.
dude,
Bradley Cooper is oh.
oh my god. He's Are you a Patriots fan?
I am, but Tom Brady's gone, so I
Yeah.
don't know what to do.
All right.
Like, I and people have gotten mad when I've said this before, and go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up with one of the greatest athletes of all time.
Yeah. No,
It
that's fair. I would pledge loyalty if I had like somebody crazy like that.
it's hard for me to care about sports now because it's like, what do you mean we're not in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I've never had to be ride or die.
I've
I
always been
had Tom Brady.
Oh my god. Do you like the Celtics?
Jason Tatum's a pussy. I'm so like Boston, but I'm so like I'm a hater
Yeah.
through and through.
That's
Like,
yeah,
I don't know if you know ball, but like
a little bit.
Anthony Edwards, I bet Jason Tatum wakes up every morning, looks in the mirror, he's like, "Damn, I'm not Anthony Edwards." He's like, there was a video when he won the championship, and I don't even give a fuck. I'm gonna hate. Our championship run, it had no bumps. Know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we coasted to the finals after, like, getting in so many, like there was so many years where we got in, like, game 7, and yeah, we took a lot of losses, but though, like, I'm a game 7 guy.
Mhm.
Like, you and it probably says something about life. If you just coast to the win, then it's like,
It doesn't feel as like well earned.
no. It's, like, nice, but, like,
Yeah.
it's not real.
Not as yeah. No, I understand.
Like, when LeBron I I am a sports guy, but I'm like, when LeBron and I really never talk about sports like this, but
Uh-huh.
when LeBron, like, came back from 3-1,
Uh-huh.
that's it. That's what sports is about. It's
Yeah.
about triumph. It's about never giving up. Like, the Patriots fucking suck. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna I and I I've never had to be a real fan, and maybe that's something I
Yeah.
have to learn,
You're being
but, like,
tested.
I'd rather watch, like, LeBron come back 3-1 than see the Celtics win it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I understand that.
It's like, I'm more for, like, the beauty of the sport.
Mhm.
Like, I'm Boston through and through.
Mhm.
I didn't even know I was Boston until I left Boston,
Yeah.
but, like, I'm sorry, like, I'd rather watch, like, something amazing than see my team win in a shitty way.
Yeah. I think that's respectable. I think that's solid. I love an underdog, I will say.
Yes. And Boston and probably most of my listeners are from Boston, so maybe they don't get tired of
Wow.
this. But like,
You're gonna get hate on this one.
caveat o'clock coming up. But like, there's nothing better than Boston culture. Like the Bruins don't poke the fucking bear. Ugh! And maybe it's East Coast too, but it's like fucking Dunkin' Donuts. It's like
Yeah. Oh my god.
it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I left because now I'm like, I can't wait to come
You
back.
appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. I fucking love Boston. I have no reason to even love Boston, but I just love it.
And I love Philly. I acted like I hated Philly because Matt loved Philly and
Yeah. It's
like
fun. It's a little
they
bit of
all loved Philly and I'm from Boston. I feel like I shouldn't love Philly.
yeah,
I
yeah.
fucking love Philly because it's a brotherhood. And
Mhm.
maybe it's a sisterhood too, but like shut up. But you guys, you stick together. And I
Yeah.
really respect that.
Yeah.
And you're not a hockey city. And I'm like,
Yeah, we're not.
the 2011, I don't even care who listens or gives a fuck. The 2011 Boston Bruins run, I'll explain it because I assume, like, if you're not from Boston, I assume
Yeah,
you
I don't know. Go ahead.
but we went to, I think, 3 or 4 game 7s,
Mhm.
and that's what it's about. Like, we overcame so much, like, one of our players, like, got hurt. I'm sure this, like, isn't really conveying how, like, what it felt like, but, like, game 7 is do or die, and we did that 4 times and won, and we won the finals in a game 7, and it
No, it's impressive. I respect it. I totally
and
respect
that was one of the greatest moments of my life. I was 11, I played hockey, and it was like what was the greatest moment of your life?
Yeah. Oh, the greatest moment of my life? Oh my
Such
god.
a hard question.
Actually, it's pretty
Say the
easy.
first thing that pops into your mind.
I snuck into the Taylor Swift concert, and it was the best night of my entire life.
That's pretty damn
The
cool.
best night of my entire life.
I've seen videos of Taylor Swift concerts. They're sick.
My girl puts on a good show. She's a performer. Also, she's up there for 3 hours alone. Like, oh my god, she's insane. She's
She's a beast, dude.
fucking insane.
So
She's
many people hate on Taylor Swift, but it's like
you don't have to like her music, just respect her success and her like I don't know, drive. Cause
and I don't even get it. I don't know. I
yeah,
do like if you put Exile on, I'm like, I get
yeah,
it. But like I'm not like I'm not one of her biggest fans, but it's
yeah,
like she wouldn't be that popular for no reason. She has
exactly,
something.
exactly.
I was talking to someone who like they were hating on Playboy Cardi, and I was like, Playboy Cardi has Kendrick Lamar, like the guy who just shocked the world,
Mhm.
is undebatably at the top of the rap game. He's doing Playboy Cardi's ad libs. That is bitch work. And it's like and you think Playboy Cardi has no talent?
Wow, I don't know
I
much about rap. I will say
huh?
I don't know much about like rap, the rap world. My older brother is like so fucking into it, and he's tried to explain. I've heard the Drake and Kendrick beef. I understand that. I think.
That's like surface level shit.
But yeah, I don't know. Do you know
I sleep and
Gangstar?
breathe rap. And I don't listen to rap that much anymore, which is
Yeah.
maybe interesting. Every time I'm like, which is interesting or which is funny, I'm like, is that really interesting or funny?
Which is it's neither.
But until I graduated, if until I went to college, like Matt played country my freshman year, I was like, turn this fucking
Yeah,
dope.
that's who I was.
But now I love it.
Country has to find you. I was like, turn this off. It's horrible. It's like whatever. And then I heard like one song, my first ever country song, and I think it's my favorite to this day, Chasing You, Morgan Wallen.
Dude! There's country songs too. And
That
that song fucks.
is like literally I hear it and I'm like, oh my god, that's what started it off. That is my like, oh my god, so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Dude,
Yeah,
that was my first country song. Dude,
yeah,
and listen, I put that song on. I was like, maybe I don't hate country. And someone was like, that's not country.
yeah.
And I
Okay,
wish I punched him in the fucking mouth.
yeah. Then what the hell is it?
was like, I remember saying, I was like, I'm trying to like this garbage.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Just let me enjoy it. Yeah. No. Oh my god. So good. I'm so
And
fucking
now it's so weird because I can hear it when I talk now, but Boston people have so much like aggression, anger.
pissed.
I like, but it's like it's who I am.
No, yeah.
And I'll like we talked about that joke and people like gasp and I'm like,
Like that was like the most chill thing I've ever heard.
who, who do you want me to be? I don't fucking care. I'm from
Yeah.
Boston. And it's such a weird balance because it's like I want to get along with you, but like
No, sometimes it's like, ooh. If you I think also humor is like the thing that matters not most. I don't want to say most. Because I
I'll
think
say it most.
but okay, thank you. But like if your humor doesn't align, like
Genuinely.
like like if you make a joke and I'm like that's so awkward, you know? Like I don't know.
And I don't understand how like I'll if I make a joke that doesn't hit, it's like
I want to kill
that
myself.
was probably the worst part of my week.
Yeah. No, I want to like go home and die. Like
I was like, "Oh, you guys don't like me." And
you could
I
be
don't
dead. Okay, got it.
it seems to like not bother West Coast people, which is probably a good thing, but it's also like I'll say it like if I don't think you're funny, I'm not going to hang out with you ever.
Yeah, no, like actually, that's like so important.
And that's
Like,
just the way it is.
sorry guys. Oh, you're just not funny and I hate you. Like,
There is nothing I like there's nothing more important than being fun. Like I like
no, seriously. Being able to like I also find it, I will say, I have nightmares about doing like stand-up comedy. That's like my biggest fear. Because the most of like the humor that I find funny is like quick wit, like fast. I do think people are funny doing stand up. I just have like that's like my nightmare. Like if I was to go to hell, it would just be me doing stand up on loop.
funny or something I'm incredibly embarrassed of.
Hmm.
I've done it twice.
Wait, that's not embarrassing. That's like I think it's cool if people are able to do that. Was it like
To be honest, it went well, but like
okay?
it's terrifying and like that the worst thing I like I hide that I have a podcast and then people were like, "Yo, I found this." I was like it's such
Not
it's
me. No,
like
I.
my hero like Dave Chappelle is my
Hmm.
fucking hero.
Hmm.
Kevin Hart is my fucking hero. But it's like
If
if
you
you
can do it,
guys if someone said to like if someone says to me I have a podcast, I would be like, I don't want to talk to you.
okay, loser.
Someone says to me like, "Oh, I do stand up." I'm like, ugh.
It's different when I do it.
It's
No, I get it though. That's yeah.
and dude, but I literally I was at a Darty yesterday and people were like, "I listen to your podcast. I fuck with it." And that
Good. That's what would get me to like keep going.
yeah. Like be like there's nothing that makes me feel more good than that.
Yeah.
It's like I had the guts to do something I care about and people like it, which
Yeah.
means everything to me.
No, I think that's awesome. And it's fully like you too. It really is just like authentic.
I if I didn't have didn't have to be a therapist, like therapist is I think it'd be a good job. But I want dude, if this blows up, like
Fuck it.
I could be like I've had to filter myself a couple times. Not
Yeah.
much. Most of
Yeah.
the time I let it rip, but there's a couple times I filter and it's like to be politically correct,
Hmm.
which is fucking bullshit. I like it's like I've talked about this in my social work school. If you want to, no
Hmm.
one's trying to cancel me.
Hmm.
Barely anyone listens. That's dude. 30 people listen to an episode, which is I think that's
What are
pretty
the chances this is your most listened to podcast?
a
I told all
million
my friends about it. So
million%. Dude, this has been good. But dude, politically correct, it's like you
it's
get
so
the
hard.
I'm gonna kill you.
It's like
It's
yeah.
we talked about this in my social work school. So it's like, fuck, I'm just gonna say, like, you don't care. You just like you want to be politically correct because like it's like
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
like box. Like, oh, like
No,
I'm
you're
just gonna
just
say, I
saying
don't give
it to, like,
a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
fit the standard of being politically correct. You actually don't give a flying fuck about anything you're speaking about.
Exactly. And you said it better than I ever could. But it's like, oh, you can't say that. I can say whatever the fuck I
Yeah.
want. Like, I'm a kind person.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you tell me, like, oh, I prefer to be called this, I'll try to call you that. But I'm not a fucked up person for not knowing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, who the fuck are you? Like, you
No,
can't
yeah.
say that. It's 2025. I know what year it is.
Thanks for fucking reminding me.
And I will say, it's gone too far. If you ask me where I am on like a political spectrum, I'd probably, should I say it? I lean a little left, but they've gone way too far to the point where like you can't even say anything to them because they're like, you can't say that. I'm
No,
all
it
high and
makes me
mighty
also
on my high
encourage
horse.
people that actually are like wanting to be good and wanting to be better on the left side from being like, fuck that. Like, like I lean more left. I'm like registered as an independent. I'll say that I don't care, but I'm like left leaning. And I'm like, fuck, like just for the sheer fact that I don't want to be associated with you. Like, but like now I just want to disagree. Like, you
And
know,
Republicans are like, how can you not understand them? Like, Republicans, like, one, most people's political views are what their parents are. Two, like, fuck yeah, like, guns are the perfect issue. Like, yeah, guns are scary and they cause a lot of harm, but like, people like to protect themselves. And that's not unfathomable to me.
yeah, I don't know. Guns are, I, yeah.
I would never in a million years own a gun. I want to shoot one because I think it would be cool, but like I don't even trust myself enough
I'd be scared
to
of the
have a gun.
kickback. Isn't there like a crazy kickback? Like, dude, like
Do you ever think about
knocked out.
kickback? But it's also like I was talking about this with a kid on the ski team I joined. I should just like stop introducing things that don't matter. I was having a conversation and this kid was like I was making the point, but it's like we live in like this illusion of safety and it does us so much harm. It's like I like the place that got us there. I literally
Okay.
I the place that got us there was speed limits. I was like if there is no speed limits, like my main point is like the universe runs itself, which is too deep and like like shut up, Wes. But it's like you like speed limits exist for a reason. Like you shouldn't not speed to get pulled over. You shouldn't speed because like it's dangerous. And people like we're so like controlled that it's like, oh, I just shouldn't speed because I don't want to get a ticket. But it's like, no, you shouldn't speed because if you
Yeah,
speed,
there's a reason.
you might fucking die.
Yeah.
And maybe most people know that, but like it doesn't
No,
really feel
I'm
like it.
just
It just feels like we're like in this game where
yeah,
like, oh, you can't do that. You can't say that. It's like
yeah,
do we even remember why we're not saying or not doing these things?
yeah. Or you just blatantly like being like, okay, fine, I won't do it.
You're like, I put on my fucking button down, I go to work, I don't speed, I say all the right things, I come home. It's like, are you a robot?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's like nightmare. That's a nightmare life. Oh my god. What if I speed and don't care?
And so many people do it. That it's like, do you
That's a
It's
good
like,
point.
like you're a robot.
Dude, there's some people that I'm like, you're literally a fucking robot. Like,
There's
I
nothing
don't encounter many of them. I try to stay away, but like, oh my god,
there's no funnier insult than calling someone a bot.
dude, a bot is so funny. If I was called a bot, I would literally shoot myself.
I
Like,
don't think
sorry.
I've ever been called a bot. I'm too far on the other side of the
I hope
spectrum.
I haven't. Yeah, they just think I'm like schizophrenic, but
Yeah.
like, it's
Not
fine.
even not even schizophrenic, but like sometimes, especially here, people are like, "You're crazy," and I'm
Oh
like, "I don't want to fit in your fucking box."
yeah. Fuck your mold that you have for
I
me.
know it's like if I like a song, I'm singing as loud as I can.
Oh yeah, even if it's horrible. Okay, what's well, I'm not trying to segue.
You're a good seguer. Let it rip.
Okay. Like my questions are like so stupid surface level. Like
But it
they make
always goes somewhere good.
okay. Um fuck.
I believe in you.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
Karaoke song, dude.
I have a list.
One time I think I sang this song by Rex Orange County and it was so bad. I was like, like,
No. I think karaoke is like half of the battle is like knowing your crowd.
but
Like no
I don't even try to be good. It's like my mentality is like I want to see if I can pull this off.
yeah. Are you a good singer? Like do you like to sing?
I sort of am. I'm definitely not great, but
Mhm.
sometimes I catch a note and people are like,
Yeah.
"Damn, dang." I'm like, sort of.
Yeah, no big deal.
But I'm definitely not that good.
Yeah.
Like singing, like karaoke, I'm not the guy where people are like, "Damn, he's good."
I
I'm
kind of
far from I'm the guy where it's like, "He shouldn't have done this song."
ooh, can we unplug his mic? Thanks.
I've got my mic turned off, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on? This must be a malfunction." And people are like, "You're being way too loud."
I've actually never heard of that happening. So
Yeah.
this is
Maybe I'm a good singer. I am not good at karaoke yet.
yeah, okay. It's a work in progress. I feel like the half the things I've asked are about karaoke, but I just fucking love karaoke. I love
Dude,
anything that's like stupid and fun, like
yeah,
lazy
I'm
tag.
with you 100%.
Yeah,
Karaoke is fucking awesome. It's like what life's all about, facing your fear. It's
yeah.
either say you say the first one, flee,
Wait, flee everything and run.
or face everything and rise.
That
That was poetic.
was awesome. Stamp that,
And
everybody.
dead ass,
Yeah.
like I may not be good at karaoke, but I give it my all, and that means a lot to me.
Also, that's more fun to me when somebody like goes up and is like that versus when they like are like trying to hit every riff and like belting. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm cringing. Like this isn't like the voice. Like calm down. Yeah.
But dude, when someone like there, like there's a couple songs by Brett Faiyaz that like you need to be nasty at singing to do them.
Mhm.
And one time like the guy and a girl did a duet and they fucking killed it. And I was like,
Really?
I like when they were singing, I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Okay, that's cool.
I my number one I start these like grandiose sentences and they're never true.
Mhm.
But my number one thing in the world is like I will never shit on someone for trying. ASAP Rocky has a quote. It's like, when did it become cool to not try? And it
Mhm.
became cool to not try when some pussy was just afraid to try, so they shit on someone else for trying, and somehow we let that pussy win. But I'm promise you, we're coming back.
Wow. Okay, chills. Just got full body chills from that.
Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. Like fuck you. like like I said before, like if you don't do anything you're scared of, you will never do anything. And this is in 100 years, everyone you know and you will be dead. Why not have some fucking fun? Why not like do something?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Dead ass.
Are you a deep person?
think I am. I do find it very hard to like get deep, I will say.
I'm obnoxiously deep.
I like being deep and I love getting deep, but I think it like I almost feel embarrassed to get deep sometimes, if that makes sense.
I
I feel stupid, which
I
is
know I know when I'm like saying something I shouldn't.
yeah.
But I don't know. This is like, and when I say I'm deep, people are like, "Oh, you're so deep." It's like,
Mhm.
no.
Like, I'm actually
I genuinely if you talk to me about like your job, will like not be listening.
yeah, I don't give a fuck. What was the worst thing that ever happened to you?
Yes. Like, why are we swimming in the shallow end?
Yeah,
Like,
like I don't care.
I used to despise small talk. I kind of get it now. You got to go shallow before you can go deep. But like, if you're my boy, I'm not gonna. And I've learned to kind of appreciate it. Like, I genuinely want to know how my friends are. Like, if I saw Matt, I'd be like, "How's your job going?" And I genuinely care. But like after 10, 15 minutes,
Yeah. Okay,
we're
let's
not
forget.
going to be talking about like your profession.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that's good. I think more people should be like that.
I know.
I I can do small talk, but I don't know. I don't know. I throw everything back to my friends too. Like they are the people that I have the best conversations with, and it's always deep, like always.
This comes back to what you very started it with. That's probably not good grammar, but it's like I you were like the balance of like having a mask and like taking yourself seriously. Was that the other end of the
Yeah,
spectrum?
yeah, yeah.
I cannot take myself seriously to save my life. I did a presentation on Friday morning and I like not that I put jokes in it, but like I'm doing bits as I do it. Like in my mind, it's like I was the Wolf of Wall Street. Like I'm never gonna give a presentation that's not a me thing. But
Uh-huh.
I literally, this is so funny. Everyone else, the teacher was like, "You cannot make your presentation over 3 minutes," and mine was. Everyone was like getting so close. Mine was a minute and 1 second. He was like, "Wow, that was a record." I was like, "Do you guys not know I'm like the funny guy?" I literally, I was like, I asked like a question. I was like, "Did you know the top 1% owns more than the bottom 90%?" And I did like a 10-second pause, and it was awesome. And people genuinely after like when I do bits like taking myself seriously, people
Mhm.
take me seriously, and I'm like, no,
No, no,
that's
no, please.
joke.
Like, yeah, like that's not me. I
But
fucking
maybe
love
something
it.
else we should work on is we should probably be able to take ourselves seriously.
I know. Like I know. That's like a struggle.
Like
But like even like I'll find myself being like, okay, this sounds like actually fucking crazy. Like I'll be alone and I'll like do something. I'm like, and then I'm like, oh my god, like
I know that's the worst part about being alone. It's like you can't laugh and no one else is there to laugh.
no, I like have moments. Okay, again, like I'm gonna sound fucking crazy, where I'm like, I feel like I'm on The Office, and I'm like, look, and I'm like, and then I'm like, oh my god, like I'm by myself, like I'm crazy.
My roommate here, great guy.
Uh huh.
He's like upset. Like I've met people that like The Office. I'm like an Office. I'm not a
I love.
junkie. I love it. It's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
But this kid, like some of the only jokes he makes are just referencing The Office, which is not me. He'll be like, "Hey
Oh my
man,
god.
like remember that? Remember season 3, episode 9?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Whoa." Like
No, but
there are levels to this, but
yeah,
I love him so much,
yeah.
and kind of forget what I was talking. Oh, we were trying to like perfect the gym look when he like looks at the camera,
Mhm.
and it's so hard. Like if you look at like if you Google like gym camera face, it's just like
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
it's not even like a huge look, but it's
Yeah.
such an important part of who I am.
Oh my god. I love The Office. It's not my favorite show ever, but I think it's top 5. Maybe top
Se
10.
segue o'clock.
Okay.
Let's talk about your tweet. What was it?
Which one?
The How I Met Your Mother one?
Oh, How I Met Your Mother is my favorite show in the entire world. I've
I
seen
think
that
me too.
literally a trillion times. I fucking love that. I'm not a big like film TV buff. I haven't seen a ton of movies, I will say. And a lot of I have like okay, my top 5 shows. 4 of them are comedies. One is like a drama and that's it. Like
What's the drama?
Lost. That's my favorite. That's like my favorite.
Is it a movie or a show?
It's a show.
I should
It's so
watch it.
good. It's so good.
Is it like a girl in the wilderness?
It's like a plane crash and there was like 20 survivors. It's so good. It's so good.
I fuck with wilderness, so I'll
Yeah.
watch it.
No, it's really cool. It's
And
really good.
yeah, I just kind of rewatch How I Met Your Mother if I don't have another show.
I
I
That's
I
the best.
do. I love The Sopranos. I love Peaky Blinders. I love Breaking Bad. Those are like
Mhm.
I will be screaming when I watch those, and that's when people are like, "Who the hell are you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, crazy."
Yeah.
But like, if I were to choose Breaking Bad or How I Met Your Mother,
You
it's a
can't really
sweep.
compare.
It's not even fucking close. Like
What is
how
it?
I and I used to hate the ending. But I don't think I do anymore because it's, like, so real, like, everyone wanted Ted to marry Robin, but that's just not how life works sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
Ted wanted kids, Robin didn't, and Ted got the kids, conveniently his wife died. I'm starting to think he killed her, and he still got Robin. Like, he got everything he ever wanted and more, and I think that's kinda how the universe works. It's like, you think you know what you want, but you don't, so shut up and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, I don't know. I go back and forth. I think from the first episode it was so clear that Tom or Ted and Robin were gonna end up together, obviously.
Yeah.
But they made the mom so likable. Like Tracy was perfect. And then they killed her off as soon as he got the kids. And then suddenly Ted was like, "Oh, I want Robin." Like, and then I love Barney and Robin together at the end. Like, I
I
don't
love
know.
Barney and Robin.
I know. I know.
I like when I'm watching that show, 90%, not 90%, but I'll say 90% because it's funny. 90% of the time, I'm just thinking about like which character I am and which one I want to be.
I love them all. They have their moments, but
I
they're
used to want to be an architect just because I fucked with Ted Mosby
That
at
Mosby. Mosby's designs.
I literally, I was like, I'm gonna go to Wesleyan and be an architect, and that's a pretty good plan. Like thinking about that now, it's like, oh my god, dude, like it's a
That's
show.
crazy.
Like
That's
that's how much.
crazy.
That's like wanting to work at like done work wanting to work at a paper company.
Yeah. In Scranton.
Which honestly, I was on a car ride and someone was like, "Life is all fun and games." I was like, "Until it's not." And they're like, "No, it's literally all fun and games." And I was
Yeah,
like,
I love that.
"You might be right." Because then I also saw something. It's like, "Oh, I spent all that time trying to be serious when I could have been a silly goose the whole
Yeah.
time."
No, literally.
Being serious is not fun, and I'm like, I'm not. I probably maybe could be good at it if I wanted to, but I
There's no
don't
point.
want to.
Yeah. What's the joy in that? Like, truly, there's very few moments in life where I'm like, this would be better if I was just like serious.
No, never. Like can I have a good time?
Yeah. Just let me have fun. Like, oh my God. Everyone has a stick up their ass.
I know. But and everyone's pretending. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what makes me mad. And
Yeah.
maybe you have to pretend because if the world is filled with people who were never serious,
Like,
but
heads
also
wrapped
like that's the truth of the matter. Like you act so serious, but like one, what are you getting out of that?
Yeah.
Two, are you having fun?
Yeah.
Like, and this is where like this is why it's called Philosophony
Mhm.
because it's like there are 1 septillion planets in the universe.
Head
Earth
hurt.
is one. Like that's you can't even fathom that
Yeah,
number.
no, I can't.
Like, and not, obviously not you. Like, I can't fathom. No one can fathom
Yeah,
that
yeah.
number. It's 24 zeros.
Oh my God.
It's 24 zeros. Like,
Oh my God.
and you act like Earth is like the end all be all. People are like and obviously I get caught up into it, but it's like Trump's president. I hate Trump. It's like, dude. we're like monkeys on a space rock,
Yeah.
and
We're one of 24 zero planets.
yeah. Can you
That's
think about that?
I
Like
didn't know it was that
Trump's
many.
one of the space monkeys. Like, why
Yeah.
are you letting him rattle you?
Oh my god, that's so true. My head hurts. What are your thoughts on aliens? I
Great
totally
fucking
believe in them.
question.
I
You
think it would
what?
be silly to not to think that we're the only beings with like a life form and that have created communities and whatever. I think that would be a silly thing, a silly thought.
Deep down, I don't, but I know I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Aliens would like, if people were like, if we like discovered aliens like 100% for sure, it would fix like it would sober us up a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Because everyone thinks this is so like normal, and it's like,
Yeah. We're just one of many, which I don't.
here's a philosophy thing. At he, there's one of the greatest philosophers of all time, Alan Watts,
Mhm.
died an alcoholic at age 58, which says something. Like he basically figured everything out, and it
Yeah.
does not help you,
Yeah.
which I really need to keep in mind.
Yeah.
He like everyone, at least me, I'm like life is weird, and it's like, how do you know that? Like life is the only thing you've ever known. How can you say life is weird? Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like
Yeah.
life's the baseline.
Yeah. Anything after this is weird.
But what he said implies that there, like, if this is life is odd, then there has to be some sort of even.
Interesting. That's freaky. I think I don't know.
Like, how would you know life is weird if, like, this is the only thing you've ever known? Like,
Yeah.
when you, like, think about your first friend, it's like, oh, this is how friendship works. And then you get another friend, it's like, oh, I didn't really know that things could be different. But it's like, how do you know that this is weird if it's the
All
only
you
thing you've ever experienced?
Yeah. I think about that a lot too with like the idea of heaven or like even just the idea of dying. Like you die, at least the way that I don't know. I don't really like to think about it this way because I think it's super pessimistic, but like you die and then you're dead. Like you don't know that you're dead. You don't care.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, death used to be, like, my biggest fear. It's like, bro, you're not gonna be, like, you're not staring at black, you're just not there,
yeah,
which
you're
is
dying.
which is terrifying,
Yeah. Like
but
piss poison.
I I'm definitely not as afraid as death as I used to,
Yeah.
because, like, if you ask most people, like, "Would you wanna live forever?"
They'd say no.
Yeah. They're like, "Hell no," and it's like, that
Yeah.
says something, but also me too.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I'm far more afraid of not living than I am
Yeah.
dying, which sounds so douchey, but fuck you.
No, I think that's kind of like my thing of like settling, like just having like a mediocre life that I'm not proud of that I can't look back at
Yeah,
with,
that is a great biggest fear.
yeah, that's horrifying.
And if you settle, I'll kill you. That
Yeah.
I'll I love, like, accountability, like, my friend
Yeah.
today, my best I have multiple best friends. I'll just
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm always so tempted to say, like, my best friend, like, I can only have one, but fuck that. I
No,
have a
it's
couple.
not reserved.
One of my best friends, he was texting me, he's like, "Dude," he's like, I don't know if I should work in finance," and I'm like, "Dude, I know you shouldn't work in finance. You're
I could
one
have
of
told you that.
you're one of the best people I've ever met, and to think of you going and, like, being a corporate junkie for the rest of your life makes me deeply sad."
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
What did
I
he
love
say to that?
he's so funny. Dude, we're so weird. He was actually the last guest, Oscar.
Oh, I watched that episode. Don't worry. Oh, I listened.
I love you for listening. But, like, he's me and him are just, like, kinda, like, we get each other, I think.
Yeah.
Like, we never text about, like, anything, like,
Huh.
small. We
Uh-huh.
literally just text back and forth on a daily basis, just, like, existential, like, deep ins like, I'll read you the latest one.
Let's hear it.
Um, I won't read that one because You might have to have a real job. Um, oh, I have one. The thing about wealth is that it's entirely relative to your costs. And he meant, like, a lot of people make, like, 200 grand, but they spend all of it on, like,
Yeah,
fancy car, nice house. Like,
yeah.
imagine making
Kids, see ya.
you can
Like,
make 200 grand theoretically, you could make 200 grand and, like, live cheap as fuck, and you just have so much, like, bonus money.
yeah.
But, the better thing is to, like, make, like, not that much money doing something you love and just choose make be a little more strict on how you spend your money.
Yeah.
Although, going out to dinner is fucking awesome.
So fun. Like, are you kidding? It's so fucking fun.
I like some of my friends, like, love cooking, and I want to love cooking, but I don't. I, like I just want to go to a restaurant all the time.
Dinner and drinks is like the highlight of my week. Like, I think that's so fun.
Do you do I should do happy hour more. I never like, if my parents aren't taking me out to dinner, I don't go out to dinner.
Yeah, dude. Literally, my parents. I'm like, we should go. I'm
Do
like,
we dead ass, like, especially now that we don't spend a lot of time together, it's like every night I'm with my parents. I'm like, "So where are we going out to dinner?" Like, and they're like, "Oh, we're going out to dinner?" I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah, we are.
just going out to dinner is awesome."
Yeah. I know. I feel kind of guilty. I'm like, oh my god, because they love it. But also, I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
My dude, my parents, like, love me more than anything else on the earth,
Yeah.
so, like, they love spending time with me. I'm like, "Alright, let's do it, getting food,
Yeah.
waiting." My brother got kinda, like, the guilt about, like, making parents spend money, but I don't.
Mhm.
I
Oh, I
really do.
love that.
Like,
Yeah.
I respect them so much for how much they've done for me. I do 100%, but also, like, they love me more than anything in the world, so,
Yeah.
like,
They want
they're
you.
getting what they want. We're going like, they get good foods. I don't know. I don't feel maybe I
What do
do
your
feel
parents do?
guilty. Huh?
What do your parents do?
My dad is in data analytics, and my mom is a recruiter for,
Ooh.
Publicis Sapient, a very French business company,
Oh.
advertising firm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, when the Macmillans try to be serious, they can do well, but I
Yeah.
don't think I want to.
Yeah. Someone's got to be the.
I really I my heart's not in it, and I can't fake it. I I had an internship last summer doing data analytics like,
Wow.
at, financial invest I'll just say
What
it,
was your major? I have so many questions about how you ended up where you are too.
it's been a wild ride. I was in my undergrad, I did data analytics. I did finance, and then I switched to data analytics, both just because I was good at math and I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I very quickly realized that I didn't wanna do this at all.
Mhm.
And so I switched to therapy because I got my own mental health stuff, and, like, I love talking to people,
Yeah.
and, like, but
You do?
still, the
I'm just
whole
kidding.
9 to 5, like, you wanna know what's crazy to me?
What?
We, like we were monkeys, and now we're, like, making ourselves go to work 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
What happened?
For what? Like, literally for what? For a
If
call.
I was around, that shit would not have happened, I promise you. I would have went to war.
Where were you when we needed you?
I know.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know what happened. And life is still pretty good despite that, I'm coming to learn, but what happened? Like, we could
Their monkeys are so simple though. I like to think you can look at it in a good way and a bad way. They're so simple, like anything makes them happy, or like they're so simple and they're boring. They probably never laughed at a TikTok or like
but yeah, and that gets back to another thing. I'm gonna, like I don't even know if I wanna be my therapist was legit, like, cut the philosophy shit, but
Mhm. Do you think he listens to this?
no, I just got a new one because
Oh,
I was I was like, I'm in a
too
I
bad.
was like, I really like my therapist, and then I ended up in like a horrible spot. So I was like, you're not working. So now I have a new one. And
Okay.
honestly, I like he's right, but also he's wrong. It's a balance. Like
Mhm.
I will never stop being a deep person. I like thinking about the deeper things in life because it's interesting. But also like you know, I got to the point where it's like I literally cared about like philosophy more than I cared about me, which is
Mhm.
not
Oh,
a
yeah,
good
that's a
place.
fine line. It's a
Not a
fine line
good
to
place to
walk.
be. And I'm coming back. I've
Mhm.
sobered up. I wasn't actually. I hope people know what that means. That people are like,
Yeah,
"You guys
it's okay.
drunk all the time." I've I've gained some clarity on the
Uh-huh.
matter that like I like philosophy because it help. I don't know. It doesn't matter why I like philosophy. I can just like it, and
Yeah,
also like. But I will say this, and it's so weird because like I know when I'm gonna say something, and people are
mhm. Mm.
like, "What do you think? You're a philosopher?"
Yeah.
Maybe. Like we don't even have philosophers anymore. I want to
What
be that.
happened to Homer, bro?
I know Homer, Pluto, those dudes are fucking dope. But they say, and it's absolutely true, like nothing is good or bad. To your point, it's like all about how you look at it. And
Mhm.
grass is always greener. It's like sometimes I get mad about how complicated life is because it can get messy, but also like it's fucking dope. Like music, imagine if music never happened.
Music, I was looking at things and it was like the one thing you couldn't live without, and it's like music, absolutely music. I would
I know, like you imagine like car rides, imagine like a party without music.
God, ew, first off, so
I think
awkward.
I'd die. Yeah.
That sounds horrible. No, seriously. Also, music is something you can talk to with anybody. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're like I don't know, even like classical. I'll sometimes put on, if I was like studying, I would put on classical.
I got into a weird classical phase this summer.
Really?
I was an old man. I would like just drink tea, sit outside and listen to classical music and it was fucking great.
That sounds like a vibe. Sounds awesome.
I don't even really listen to it anymore though. I've gone
Yeah.
back to kind of crazy West, which is
Yeah.
like we're saying, like there's pros and cons to everything.
Oh, yeah.
But 100, if I've learned anything in the world ever, it's about that like balance.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's always two extremes, and the answer is always in the middle.
Mhm. I agree.
But it's easier said than done. I'm such like a black and white thinker,
No, yeah, I understand that. It's hard to
but
like
like
think through the middle.
in moderation, I'm not good at it. But
No,
I think it's the key.
yeah, it totally is. And that's something my parents would always tell me. I don't even know in what like capacity.
Dude,
But I'd be like, shut up. Like and now I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. Like
I know, dude. My mom would always say it to me, and I'm like, Mom, like, genuinely shut up. Like, I hate
yeah.
it every time you say that.
Yeah, and now I'm like, oh my god, you're so fucking
I
right.
know.
Fuck.
Do you think you're gonna be like be able to like relay messages to your kids well?
I hope so. That
Because like my parents are like, life's about balance. I'm like, Mom, I I'm
yeah, like maybe if they did a little more like my parents, not yours, but like if they just like I don't
I
know.
know,
I could
but
talk for
I
about
think it's easier said than done.
it is. And I think everybody it's like the whole idea like your parents are being parents for the first time and your parents are also on the earth for the first time.
I know. They deserve some slack.
I know.
But also it's insane. Like how like having a baby, I don't know if I'll ever be ready to do that. I'm probably gonna do it because that would be like
Yeah.
kinda like life is crazy. You just kinda gotta steer into the skid.
I know. I think about I always relate it to like the first time I got my license and I actually went to Brenna's house for the first time. She was the first person that I went to. And I was like in the car alone by myself. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is like legal. I can't believe I'm allowed to do this. And I think about parents, they must like put their kid in the back seat and be like, oh my God, like I can't believe I just like have a baby. I can't believe this is legal, you know?
Dude, if I ever had a baby in the car when I was driving, like, oh my god.
I know. I like can't wait to have kids, but also I can wait. Like I'm good. Like I'll wait a while.
My therapist, I say shit like that. My therapist is like, "That's an ADHD thing." I'm like, "No, that's a me thing," and
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know who's right. But like, if I were to like take a pill and think all of this is normal, I would not take that pill.
no, that scares me.
I like, I feel like I'm very like, not that I'm like right, but like I should be scared of like all the craziness.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, I'm going to my job and then I will like eat my packed lunch and then
Yeah. Come
no,
home and go to bed at 8 p.m. and do it all over.
that is not gonna happen.
Yeah, me too.
I genuine like I don't even know if I finished this, but I was at that internship last summer and I was like,
So
no, like everyone was like looking like I'd pass someone in the hall and they'd be like, I'd be like, whoa, like I I'm not the one.
I gotta get out of
I
here.
shouldn't be here.
I'm not one of you.
Not at all.
Oh my
And
god.
then they'd like get to like lunch and they'd be like, "Oh, did you do anything fun this weekend?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, I went to my kid's soccer game." And I'm like, "That's not fun." Maybe it is
Oh my god.
for you guys.
Oh god. Yeah, that's like no. Oh my god.
But
I
I think
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no, please after you.
I don't know how they do it.
Like, are they pretending or do they just like genuinely find it like okay and interesting and sustainable? Because that's my thing. If they are pretending, I honestly am like more okay with that. If
I
you like,
I am and I'm not.
I'm scared of them being like, this is, I love my life. And it's, but I guess also that's, I guess it's kind of nice that there are people that just like can have a, can live a simple life like that. But ugh, I don't know. That's really scary.
If they're pretending, it's like, and they are, but they don't think about it like that. I've talked to a lot of them.
Yeah. God, I'm so intrigued.
It's like, "But I gotta make money." It's like, "Yeah, but
At
at
what
what
cost?
cost?"
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
Like,
god.
what did
Oh,
you wanna be when you were a little kid? That's actually I wanted to
I
be a lacrosse player, which I don't wanna be.
wow.
Sorry, go ahead.
Maxwell. Okay. I always wanted to be a doctor, and then I went to school, and I was like, oh, I don't want to be. I specifically was like, I don't want to be in a high risk situation. So then I wanted to be a dentist, and then literally up until like 4 months ago, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a dentist. I was studying for dental school. I was like, I'm gonna do it, and then I was like, I no, I don't want to anymore. I can't do it. So then I switched, and now I'm in sales, which is fun. I knew I wanted to be in sales after dentist, but it's interesting.
I will say I hate dentists.
That's the thing. I love the dentist. I always have. I also had like I want to be like specifically an orthodontist. I was like in first grade when I got braces, and I had them until eighth grade. One of my teeth was like out, like my front teeth. Like I had horrible teeth.
I
Big
still I wear my retainer now because I try to
nice
blend
teeth.
in. But I used to have a massive gap.
Yeah. What did you do?
Honestly, I hated it. I was deeply ashamed.
Really? That's I feel like that's people either love their gaps and are like I'm never doing it, or they hate them. That's
I
interesting.
kinda I bet if I had it now, I might I don't know, dude. Like, I looked uneducated is how it looked.
No.
But, like, I think it is probably all about, like, the dentist you had, but also, like,
Yeah.
do you really fuck with teeth that much?
Like, weirdly, I wanted my thing was like I
If you
wanted
do, then absolutely do you.
yeah, I don't even know why I'm defending it. Like I'm not a dentist, but I don't know. It was interesting.
It's never too late.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
A quote I love is, "If you're breathing, it's not too late."
Oh, I love that.
It looked like my front teeth were, like, scared of each other. They were they were so far apart.
Wait. Okay. I don't think it's that bad.
Oh, no,
But
I'll show you another picture. It was that bad.
Really?
It
Oh, was
was
that are those just, like, your natural teeth, though, besides that?
these?
Yeah.
No, this is all retainer. I spent $2,000 of my own money to fix my teeth.
God, wow, you didn't like them that much? It's like
And
I am a firm believer, though, if you don't like something and you can change it, why not?
but I'm almost a firm believer in the opposite, and the answer is probably a balance in between the two. But like you have so little control in like life. Like you have some control, but I think adaptability, and that sounds so like that's not what I mean. I mean like I don't know, like accepting things you can't change is like kind of what life's all about in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I guess if you can change them, change them.
I think it depends too, like, I don't
But you
know.
want to hear a moment that made me hate my gap more than anything?
Mhm.
I was at like a darty in college, and one of the person was like at the party was like, "I like your gap," and then I was like, kind of like, "Thanks," but then everyone else started laughing.
Oh, wait, that's so sad.
I
Okay,
know.
I feel like that wasn't a necessarily, like, at you kinda thing. I think that was just like,
I don't.
what's
Yeah, I don't even think it was like intentionally to be mean.
No, I don't think so either. I think that's one of those things, like, somebody says something that's, like, almost not uncomfortable, but kind of is, and then everybody else is like, "I don't really know how to react." And they
Let's see
just
the
laugh.
funny- You want to see the picture? So I have to explain this.
Okay. Oh god. Okay.
When you have when you're I did it through Byte, like BYTE, that's the company
Mhm.
my retainers did, and you have to like put on that thing that makes
Oh,
your
yeah, yeah, yeah,
but here
yeah.
but look how big the gap was.
Okay, that's hilarious.
It was also taken with like a fisheye
Yeah,
camera. So
I was
it
gonna
was
say your eyes are, like, going in, like, 2 different directions. Every angle, your eyes are going the opposite way from the camera. Oh my god.
and like this is also a fisheye picture, but it didn't look
Okay, that one's a little bit more normal. Are you, like, outside? Like, what are
yeah.
you Oh my
I didn't
god.
look like I don't know. I can still hear that laugh on when
Oh,
someone was like nice gap. It was like, oh,
oh, that's the worst. Oh my
part of
god.
me died.
Yeah, that's yeah. I don't think it was bad, but I get it. I really get it.
And people who like love me, like really are like, I actually like love your gap.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd love to love it too, but I hate how like when it doesn't look good. It made it
I
in some ways it like it made me me. Because
yeah.
people are like, I love your gap because like it's so you. It's like you're
Mhm.
so unique. And
Yeah.
that's like a part of life. Like everyone's trying to be the same.
Yeah.
And it's so
No.
you're way better off being your own unique snowflake.
Yeah.
But but it's so hard because everyone's trying to be the same.
No, it is hard. That's a good point.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. Do you have any tattoos?
No, I'm like too scared to get tattoos.
Yeah. I have, like, a shitty little
What
do you
is
know
it? A
can you tell me?
planet?
Yeah,
That's
Saturn.
cool.
It's like a stick and poke. I was really in, like, a stick and poke phase, like, for a solid, like
Dude, when I came to Penn State,
oh my god, yeah. Wait, yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
you have no idea what was like going on. I was
You were, like, sick, though.
yeah.
And yeah, so it's okay.
What I'll say for the listeners is like I was sick and I did not know how much NyQuil to take. I was taking way too much, and I was literally
That's, like, lean or sorry, can I say that on here?
yeah, I really don't care.
Um,
I literally, like I remember, like, standing up on a bed, and I, like, fell asleep, and I fell on the it was and I fell on the table. It was so, so, so
yeah,
bad.
Oh my god, and our place was like, oh my god. We still talk about that weekend. Like Cal and I, and we're like, oh my
I
god.
can't believe I didn't get a stick and poke. Like, I'm last weekend I got a mullet.
Thank God. Like, I'm glad you didn't.
Last weekend I got a mullet because there was like we were having fun and there was a razor around.
Oh
Like,
my
I'm
god.
such like a just do it kinda
Yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
especially when I'm
Oh yeah.
having fun.
It's yeah. For all our
But
under 21 listeners.
but also, like, yeah, I can't believe I didn't 1, I can't believe I didn't get one.
I'm
2,
glad. I would have been like, sure.
somewhat glad I didn't get one.
Yeah.
I remember holding some kid's hand while he got
Yeah.
Alex, was it?
Alex, I wrote relax on his like leg. He's
I
still
love it's kinda corny, but also, like, awesome.
that's it's yeah.
But I
I
loved that kid. I remember loving that kid a lot. I barely knew him. That yeah, that week I'm glad I made it through that weekend is I guess
Yeah.
what I'll
No,
say.
yeah. That's an
And
impressive feat.
then we were going to the football game, I woke up and I was like, "I
Yeah,
can't
you
go."
didn't come.
But I know now how much, like, how much medicine to take,
Well,
sort of.
yeah, that was a specific.
Because I was so excited for that weekend, and then I was very sick.
Yeah,
And I was like, "I'm just gonna power through." I
yeah.
like my mentality is always, "I'm just gonna power through," which, has its pros and cons.
Well, that's where I learned that you can't mix the 2 either. Like, I would not have known that, and then I saw you and I was like, "Okay, I'm never gonna do that."
And also oh, yeah, it was a proper display on why you should not mix the
Yeah, no, it was good. It was funny. Also, we were horrible, that everybody was bad that weekend. You
it
were like
was funny.
yeah.
Oh, but I also now know that I shouldn't power through being sick because I can get other people sick, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's true. I remember that. I mean, our place, like, you saw it. I don't know if you remember it. It was fucking disgusting. Like, we
I
were sick
You
the
guys had
whole
such dude, yeah, you should have seen our apartment. And it was a million times like, people one time freshman year, someone came to me and Matt's apartment, and they took a video, and it got posted on, like, JMU Barstool. I I'm
Wow.
like a person who, like, lets everything get dirty, and then I clean it up all at once, and then it gets
Yeah,
dirty again,
yeah.
it's like waves.
Yeah, I'm not gonna clean it up if it's like
Trust me, I did not think your apartment was dirty. I also thought Penn State's college town was so fucking cool.
it's yeah.
What's the
I've done
name of
both.
it?
State College, Happy Valley, University Park. We have a few.
What do you guys do something when they say, like, Penn State?
We are?
We
Oh my god. I just got
no,
chills.
but you guys are also, like, legit at sports. Like, Jay we'd win every game by, like, 100, but, like, we were playing, like, South Oklahoma, so it's like, who gives
Yeah.
a fuck?
Yeah. I mean, obviously sports are more fun when you're good, but, like, I think regardless, like, a fun tailgate is, like that's, like, the best day of my life. Like, a Saturday warm, like, 70-degree day tailgate for whatever, like, I think that's, like, the most fun ever.
I'm so, like, in between 'cause part of me is like, I genuinely like hiking.
Mhm.
It's so, like, simple, and it's, like, so calm, and I like it. I love everything about hiking. It's
Mhm.
outside, you're with your friends, it always leads to a good conversation,
Mhm.
it's technically exercise, you get, like, good views. Being in nature makes me feel, like, unbelievable,
Mhm.
but also, like, I have the other side of me that loves a good tailgate. I
Yeah.
w love Matt loves a good tailgate. I have so much, like, guilt around, like, having fun.
Really?
It's terrible.
That's why.
Every time, like, even right now, it's like, I shouldn't be doing that. Like,
You
I
think there's
shouldn't,
something,
like
like, more productive you should be doing?
yes, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks so bad because I like to have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I need some of the opposite. I think I have more
No,
guilt doing productive things.
guilt is so dumb and pointless and stupid. Like you work hard, you deserve to have fun.
Yeah.
Same with me.
Well, no, yeah. That's so interesting. I feel like not a lot of people talk about that.
I'm so caught up in like trying to be the perfect person.
Yeah.
It's so I don't even know why.
That's funny because I feel like it like contradicts the whole like being silly and like
It does.
that side, which is interesting.
But the beauty of it, and this is why like therapy is a good thing. It's like if you say something out loud, that's half the battle.
Yeah.
Like Matt, like I love Matt Boyle. And I need to be more like Matt Boyle because Matt, you like there's like tailgate is perfection. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
You should
it's a
have no worry.
Saturday. Why the fuck like can't I have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've never really even talked about this guilt, but it sucks.
That's really interesting.
And that's another part of this podcast because men don't talk about anything. So I'm
Mhm.
doing it and people
Don't.
find it
Please
interesting.
don't. Yeah.
Hopefully men can learn that you can because dead ass, if like you're not allowed to do something, it takes more courage to do it than to not do it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially for men, I feel like this
I know.
podcast.
Grass is always greener, but being a man, how's being a woman? Because being a man sucks sometimes.
It's you know, it's good. I love being a girl and like you'll see like, oh my god, girlhood, like womanhood. But like honestly, like I love that. I would never want to be a guy. I just like being a dude, like I couldn't do it. I love being a girl.
I would never want to be a girl. If I was born a girl, maybe. I'm definitely not switching.
Yeah. This is a safe space.
There's a lot of good things about being a guy. I
Yeah.
mean,
I do love how like correct me if I'm wrong, but like simple. Like and not simple. I don't think that's a good word. But like I'll see
not
guys that have never
messy.
met. What?
Not messy.
Like yeah, but like they'll go up they've never met and they're just like, "What's up, bro?" Like you play pickup and then they're best friends for life. Like it's so like easy. I don't know, which I'm sure it's not. I feel like that's just, an outsider perspective, but there's something very, I don't know, nice to like see.
It is that easy, especially for some people. I'm like half bro, half nerd, so
Mhm.
it's weird. But sometimes it is that like I have a friend who's like that, and it's like I have two of my best friends are like that, and I'd love to be around them
Yeah.
because it's just so easy. It's so simple.
Yeah.
It's like, what should we do today? Let's do this. Okay, cool. Instead of
Yeah.
like debating it for a fucking like hour.
Yeah.
And it's like I like my best friend from college, one of them, my other best friend from college, Mikey, he's like that. And like genuinely, my parents like are like, you talk about Mikey like you're in love with Mikey. And I'm like, I low key am. Like
Yeah.
he's such a cool dude. He's like
Mhm.
6'4".
Mhm.
He's funny. He's just like he's probably the second most chill. First, probably the second most chill guy I've ever met. If not, he's probably tied for first.
Who's
And
number one?
it's so easy to be around him.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of people it seems like girls and even like a lot of guys, it's like, "Oh, what should we watch?" Like they guys just put on sports and they're like, "Cool."
Yeah. It's just so many layers. And it's also like, I mean, I'm sure guys feel like this too, but like girls, I feel like it's kind of like in our nature to be like, what do they want to watch? What does this person want to watch?
Yeah.
Let me make sure that we're like all gonna watch what we want to watch. Like
And you
there's
can't please everyone. That's the thing.
no, you can't.
Me, Matt, and our
Mhm.
three or four girlfriends from college, we've literally like sat in front of like Netflix and debated for like an hour
Yeah.
watch. And
Yeah. And
dude,
it's just like oh my god.
does it fucking matter?
Yeah. And it's something like as small as like watching a movie and you're like, why the fuck am I spending time on this? Like it's so dumb.
I know.
Yeah, I get
You want
that.
to wrap?
Yeah, this was good.
I know you'll be on every time I have someone on. It's like you'll be on again.
Yeah. I I,
Besides,
I expect another invitation.
it's also like for anyone who's listening, me and Drew do not know each other that
Yeah,
well. We met once.
like, Yeah,
but
I
we're
forgot
in love.
that part.
All
Wait,
right.
that's crazy. Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Last thing. I don't even know if I like this segment, but what would you tell your younger self?
Oh my god, what would I tell my younger self?
Actually, fuck that. It's always like a
Okay.
dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
No
Okay, fucking
disrespect to my past listeners, but like, let's have some fun.
okay.
If you could have nah, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh my god. Oh, I would be able to play any instrument and play any song.
That would be incredible.
Yeah.
I want, dude. I have a guitar.
Oh yeah, I see it peeking out in the corner there.
She's hiding. I don't know how to play it. I people like enter my room. They're like, "Oh, you play the guitar?" I'm like,
No, why do you say that?
but I learned for a little bit when I was on break, and it is a cool instrument. But I want to
Mhm.
learn how to play the piano because that's like a metaphor for like my life. It's
Yeah.
like every like I was like, "What instrument should I learn?" And people were like, "Oh, the guitar. Guitar's cool. You can take it anywhere." It's like, but yeah, but I want to learn the piano, and
Piano's different. Yeah.
it's just like,
It's so cool. And like the guy that sits down and just plays piano is like you're the fucking coolest person in the room.
and like classical is like so calm, but also like some of my favorite like "Runaway" is my favorite song of all time, and then
Dang, you could learn that.
I know, dude, and I will.
Yeah.
That is a promise. I
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Because I and dude, like Piano Man, if you ever played that part, like that song at a party, oh my
You're
god,
the coolest guy in the entire
ever.
yeah.
And like Vienna by Billy Joel,
Oh my
there's
god.
probably
Oh
some
my god.
piano in there. I'm a piano guy, and I'm done trying to be.
Yeah, yeah. Speak your truth.
All right, should I do the superhero one?
Yeah, do it.
That's a good one. I've never heard that. Um, I don't even know if this is my real answer, but this is my answer. If you could like stop time, have you ever seen the movie like Click?
No.
It's by Adam Sandler. It's like people are like think it's a corny movie, but I cried watching it. But I there like he has a remote where he can stop time
Uh-huh.
and you can
That's
do some pretty funny stuff with it. It would probably get old
I
quickly.
would like pull pranks, but then also have like some like, some chill moments.
I your answer is my answer, but like imagine being able to like stop time,
Yeah,
like
that's
walk
so
over to
cool.
someone, slap them in the face as hard as you can, walk back, press play, and then they're just like, ah.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that would ever get old, especially if you like didn't like someone.
Oh my god. You slap
That
him like 5 times in 1 minute. Like
you'd slap every part of their body, and then they just unpause it.
that's
All
a
right.
good I like that. Okay.
Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, Drew, for coming on. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify, rate it 5 stars. I love you for listening. Me and Drew will be back.
Yeah. Not The Last of Us. Thanks for having me.
See you, Drew.
Okay, bye.